and welcome to Center Circle. I am Jermaine Brown. This week we caught up with Alex Marshall of Mount Pleasant Academy. The midfielder has been out of action since the opening day of the Jamaica Premier League season when he picked up an injury. After joining new club Mount Pleasant in the summer, midfielder Alex Marshall saw his Premier League debut for the club end with an injury against the club he represented the previous season, Portmore United, on the opening day of the season. It was said after the scan that he was set for a lengthy spell on the sidelines after fracturing the fifth metatarsal in his right leg. But the former national youth player is already back in training.
At first I felt like the season was finished for me, but with the help of the doctor and my trainers, I'm feeling stronger and much better now, ready to start playing again. I know the sport I'm playing, I know I can't get injured in any game, so it was just unfortunate that happened to be the Portmore game, but we won the game, so I'm happy for that.
Now that he's back in training, Marshall says that things are starting to feel normal.
With the training that I've been doing, I've been practicing movements and different change of direction. So it was just contact I wasn't used to, but after the first contact, I felt like, oh yeah, I can do this, and felt normal. January was the target from the day I started training, working towards that.
Just months into his first stint with Mount Pleasant, Marshall says he's feeling at home in St. Anne.
We're working with coaches and trainers that have played also, and I've coached at the international level. The trainer here is part of the national setup, and also the trainer is really good as well. So it's really a really good setup, and I say it's close to a professional overseas team.
Marshall was hoping that joining Mount Pleasant would have given him the push in the Steve McLaren era to get back in the national senior team.
I keep telling myself everything happened for a reason. I think during this injury a lot has happened, and I think it has given me time to grow and to mentally, to get better mentally and physically. So I'm just thinking about it like that since a period where I have to get better, so when I start playing again, I just hit the ground running.
At age 26, Marshall knows that there's still time on his hands where the national team is concerned.
I realized in this game it is just a number. I've seen people 30 plus still playing. I use Fabian Ruiz as an example. He's one that no matter how old he's getting, he's still producing. And look, he made the national team, producing in the league and still one of the best. So he's one of my role models, someone I look up to, and realizing that age is just a number, not just Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi, but someone locally doing it as well.
And it was 7 years ago that Marshall made his national debut. You would think he had a long run over that time, but 14 caps doesn't make good reading.
Each time I start playing, I'm getting familiar with the coach. A new coach comes in, so I have to, get myself familiarized with the coach. So, it's been a tough process, but, I'm still grateful for the opportunities that I got. As I said, I'm one that believes that everything happens for a reason. I don't dwell on the past. I know that everybody's path is different. Maybe my path was for somebody's example. So I'm always growing and looking for new opportunities. If it doesn't work out professional, even though I really want it to, I'm still hoping for other opportunities elsewhere to, help people and help other young players to make it to the next level.
Marshall is a player on the shy side, and it's for this reason that many believe he hasn't hit the expected heights.
In some ways I feel like I kind of lose my way, I kind of lose the kind of player that I was, but as you grow you kind of transition into someone different, so maybe my shyness is what helped me in other aspects of my life. Maybe if I was arrogant, had more ego, maybe I would be elsewhere, where I'm not supposed to be. So I'm not looking at it as my shyness or whatever kind of dim my light, but I'm looking at it as it's helping me to grow as a person off the field as well.
Marshall has been on 3 trials across Europe. but he says it was unfortunate that he didn't get the chance to play on that side of the world.
The first one was my first time being in a professional setup. It was in Germany, and I think it went fairly well. I think had I'd been there, if it was a little earlier, it would have been better for me, But the second trial in Greece, I didn't get to train at all, so that wasn't really a failure on my side. And the one in Czech Republic actually got picked for that team, but it had other contract offer at the time.
And that contract offer was in the Canadian Premier League, where he signed with Halifax Wanderers in 2020.
The first season was one of my best seasons, After that, after the season, I had to do surgery on my knee, and I was off season. I was recovering from that. Started the season pretty all right, but as soon as I started hitting far, I started playing my game and doing well, my knee started acting up, so I didn't get really a chance to express myself as I wanted because of my knee problem.
So it was the injury why the club decided against signing and return to Jamaica?
Well, that and plus I wasn't, as I said, if I was not producing, and the team was heading in a new direction, so they got rid of a lot of players.
Marshall says his career may have been affected by the different coaches he has played for.
Yeah, and sometimes they said different coach, different at George's I had a coach that, as I got the ball, he was like, take him, Alex, take him, and then I went to a coach where your best attribute is passing the ball. So it changed as I got older, and so it kind of different when your coach is on you and telling you one thing, and I know you're on the field, but sometimes the noise, someone that's motivating you or giving you that freedom to play you and do your game is a big plus. And as I said, I think I'm at the right place now, and I think this time off has given me that growth and to know that, Alex, you're still that person, passing the ball is fun, but not do it when there's another option. Sometimes I feel like I've overdo the pass, sometimes I can shoot and, or even try beat a player, but I try to create something that isn't even there.
According to Marshall, one of the reasons coaches tend to change players' style has to do with the territory that comes with the job.
Well, it's growing out in a different direction. It's more about money, monetary, what you can get from a game than entertainment these days. So I feel like a coach just wants his team to do well, so he stays in his job as well. And you can't fault them for that. If a player knows his ability and knows that I'm able to beat 3 players without losing the ball, then even if a coach will pass a move, I'm going to beat those 3 players. Sometimes it might work, sometimes it might not, but if you have to just believe in yourself, I know that I'm going to do it because I can do it.
When we return, Alex Marshall speaks about how close he came to quitting the game.